Welcome back to the OC Body. Today we're talking about fitness boot camps, the great way to get in shape outdoors and have fun with your friends. And let's see, tell me this. What is the most unique or memorable experience that a camper has had or you've shared where they've overcome a mental obstacle because of boot camp?
I had one lady come to boot camp saying, I'm not a runner, I don't run, I just want you to know that from the beginning. And I said, okay, you can walk, we can modify it. And about 2 weeks into the camp, I make everyone warm up 2 laps around the park in the beginning. And one camp, she came up to me after she had run the 2 laps with tears in her eyes saying, I did it. I actually ran the whole way, the 2 laps. And it was
so now she's, quote, a runner.
Now she's a runner.
Yes.
And it's so much more than a boot camp. It's it's amazing.
It's overcoming self-imposed limitations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rob, how about you?
Hear a lot of those as well at the assessments. Can't run, don't like to run. But I'd have to say that a lot of stories, or a lot of women are coming in and due to their lifestyles or so, they've just got tight muscles, their flexibility is poor. One camper who's been with us since our very first camp about 17 camps ago, had back issues day in and day out. She did not know life other than back pain. So therefore she didn't know what it was not to have back pain. About 5 camps into her process, she sent us an email and said that she woke up that morning and she was in fear for a few minutes because something was different and she was scared, she didn't know what it was. She put it together all of a sudden that she woke up that day for the first time that she could ever remember. She didn't have back pain anymore.
Yeah, I hear that a lot too. And as we know, it's because their abdominals are stronger and they have more core stability and functionality because of all the exercises we're teaching them. So you're right on. Martin?
The examples that you're using about the running, I often get about the push-up.
Oh,
the favorite push-up. And can I do the ladies' variation? And I'm like, yeah, sure, we can do that, but you can even do a park bench variation, and then you can do a one-arm variation if you really want to. And you find out when the first week that people can do in their fitness test, they do maybe 10 push-ups, or they do 2 push-ups. In week 4, they're doing 15, 20, 25, 30. Some of them even push the boundary.
Oh, yeah.
And you're saying to them, do you realize that you've done it? Yeah. That you did it. I didn't do it for you. You did it yourself. And that sense of achievement.
Yeah. When they say thank you, John, I say, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'm just the catalyst and a guide. However, hey, you're the one who did all the work.
Correct.
One thing that also is real poignant is when we do the pre and post run tests, and we don't make them run 10 miles. That's not part of it. Just a mile at 2 different points in the program. And sometimes within 3 to 4 weeks, they can drop 2 to 3 minutes in a mile, which people watching home, they're thinking, I don't think so. It's true. Yeah. It does happen, and it happens every single camp every year I've done this. The one experience that I had just recently, as I implemented a little bit more of my yoga and kind of a hybrid program I'm developing into my boot camp. And one lady had shoulder surgery, and she was going through physical therapy. And I said, well, you got to get a doctor's release or from your therapist. I need to know what's going on. And they said, hey, yeah, I have full clearance. Here's the release. Great. The physical therapist said that because of the work that we did, she was able to complete her physical therapy in the shortest period of time ever for anyone who's had that reconstructive procedure.
That's great.
Ever. So I mean, that's really what it's all about, and it's about this whole experience. It's about combining all these fun things together, and the sense of community, I think, is really what allows people to do it. Because when you go to the gym, people have their iPod, which is great. They can use their iPod. We don't allow that in camp because people need to hear and know what's going on. But they bond, and then of course sometimes they go to Starbucks, and it's this whole sense of community.
But John, you also find that the people that start at the back of the camp in the first week, by the 4th week, have moved forward, and your front line has become much bigger. You've become more popular than the first week. So everybody's fighting for that that space. And the people that are at the back are the shy, timid people.
Those are the ones that really-
Where now they've moved forward and they're the go-getters.
I tell you what, talking about space, we have to go to a commercial or we're going to run out of space here. So stay with us, we'll be right back.